Hi everyone and welcome to the very first episode of the Ripple Effect under Beat and Brush. I'm Raina Kapoor.
And I'm Ishi Mirani, and we're super excited to start this journey of conversations with people whose stories and insights inspire us. Today, we're thrilled to have Bhagirath Sir with us, the managing director of Jalan Group, a Varanasi based textile powerhouse. Jalan Group started as a single store in 1974 and has now grown into multiple retail and wholesale outlets, becoming one of the leaders in North India.
And for me personally, this conversation is even more special because Bhagirath uncle is like family. He's my mom's childhood friend and a brother to my dad. He's also a fan of mythology just like me, especially the Mahabharata. So we'll also explore how stories and lessons from myths can guide leadership and life decisions. So, Bhagirath uncle, let's start at the beginning. From a single store in 1974 to a leading North Indian textile business today, Jalan Group has seen incredible growth. Looking back, what were some pivotal moments in that journey that shaped your personal vision as a leader?
Thanks, Raina, Ishi. I'm so glad that I'm invited in this podcast done by
We're so grateful
such
to have you.
young talents like both of you. And so I would like to tell you this that firstly, when my late grandfather, Shri Deen Dayal Ji Jalan, when he started this business in 1974, so it was just a wholesale fabric outlet, and he was really good at it and he expanded it really well. And then it was taken over by my father and my uncles. They also did a great job. And I'm a third generation entrepreneur. And according to Geeta Piramal, she has written a book, Business Maharajas, and in that she has mentioned normally the third generation, they start destroying the business and they start enjoying it, and normally they are not able to secure what has been achieved in the past. But I'm trying my level best to prove her wrong. And so
You're
I
doing
was
a
lucky.
great job doing it.
So I was lucky that I got a well-oiled machine and it was running well. It was running really well when I joined. But before joining business, I worked with Future Group, and I worked with them for a year. And where I met the mentors of my life. Firstly, Mr. S.C. Mishra, he's a retail legend. Secondly, Mr. Kishore Biani, who was the owner of Future Group, and Mr. Damodar Mal, who is heading Reliance Retail currently. And after meeting them, I realized that I have a future in retail. We also had a retail business when we joined, but it was a very small part of our total business. But after meeting them, I realized that I want to work in retail and want to expand that. So the expansion was always happening, but like how it shaped me as a leader. So retail is a very different business from wholesaling. So in wholesaling, normally you have one big building and you have limited customers, limited SKUs, limited stocks. You give credit and they come and interact with you also on a personal basis and you sell products. But in retailing, most if especially if you're in chain stores, you're not able to meet all your customers all the time. So you need to have a robust control mechanism. Secondly, it requires a lot of capital to expand your business because you have to either buy a new land and make a new store, or maybe take it on rent, and then also you have to invest on furniture fixtures. So I realized that I have to change few things. We have to start keeping reserves also in our business. So that was the one big change which I brought in as a leader, because we were never a believer of saving and
Yeah.
maintaining reserves and surplus for future expansion. So in that way, I would say that I am different from the previous generations, and I believe in having some safety valves so that we can expand in future, as it requires a lot of capital to expand in retail.
Oh my God, that's incredible. I really like always find it inspiring when someone grows something from scratch and you always stay true to your values. We all know that.
So,
Thanks.
moving on to segment two, the company combines traditional textiles trading with modern technology and supply chain systems. I'd love to hear from you. How do you balance heritage and innovation in running such a long standing business?
Yeah, so that's a really nice question. So I always say that a company or a family brings with it two things. First, historical wisdom. we get a lot of things in inheritance, some really good things that we have inherited from our forefathers. But you also get some historical, I would say, immaturities, which was matured at a certain point of time, but is irrelevant now. So, as a new leader, it's our responsibility to see through it and bring the desired changes in the company. Otherwise, see, I would give an example first from my father's time. He visited London in late 80s and visited a store, very well-known store called Harrods. I think
Yeah,
you
yeah,
must
yeah.
have heard.
What is it? Yeah.
We've been there. So he saw that the first time he saw the computerization there, that it is they are the stock is coming in and then going out and how it works and all. He got fascinated by it. And in 1991, we started that in our company in our wholesale. We were one of the pioneers who did that in especially in UP Bihar. And and now I'll give you an example from my experience. So after joining my family business, there were a few changes that I brought in as a leader. Like we were only dealing in textiles when I joined, and now we sell like in total we sell around 72 categories from our stores now. So we added more categories and especially a new business segment that is supermarkets, which deals in food, grocery, and FMCG. So the values that we inherited from our forefathers was that we should be selling good products, good quality products, maintain an entire range of product and sell it at the cheaper price from the market. So this is something which is going to be same as ever.
Like
Like jab tak
sasta
suraj
bhi
chand rahega, it will, yeah.
yeah.
We will never say that a same product which is expensive in one store and cheaper in other will sell more from the store which is expensive. It will never happen.
Yeah.
Maybe after 100 years also, a product, if it's different, it may sell. But if same product at two different prices, always the cheaper one will sell more.
True.
So this is a universal truth. 100 years pehle bhi tha and it will remain same 100 years later also. So
Consistent.
we took
Yeah.
that value from our company. And the new thing that we added was like what fascinated me about the food business was we always say that figure speaks louder than words.
Yeah.
So I read a data from India today that at that time the total retail sale of India was around 46 lakhs crores. And in that only food, grocery, FMCG, dairy products, meat and all that used to sell around 30 lakhs crores.
Wow.
And the entire I think the fabric and apparel business was around 3 to 4 lakhs crores. Then I realized that there is a bigger chunk lying somewhere else, and we should definitely enter that category. So I would say
Yeah.
that this is an example like how I tried to do something new and also continued the values that I got from my forefathers.
So you took the opportunity to enter a new market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
have to
and I'm
respect.
glad to share that people like Sanjeev Mehta is the
Yeah.
chair. He was the chairman of Hindustan Liver, and the global head of Pepsi. People like them visited our food business, in which we are a
Oh,
new entrant. And normally, it takes people like decades and work hard for decades, and then people like them visit your store.
yeah.
But we did quite a good job in last 10 years in this business.
I'm sure because the stuff I read in my BST book, I'm actually hearing in real life now.
Exactly.
Okay. So I want to ask you another question. Leadership often requires choices that aren't black and white. Can you share an instance where you had to choose between two risky paths and what you learned from that experience?
Yeah, so I will share something which is very dear to me. And so I always say that it's easy to choose between right and wrong,
Yeah.
but it's really difficult to choose between right and right. When you have two right choices and you have to choose one, it becomes really difficult. And you keep thinking again and again what is the right choice. So when our family partition was happening some 11 years back, so we were a little confused. My father really wanted to take the wholesale business because he was like a pro in that, like one of the best wholesalers in the country, and he knew the business in and out. And we had a huge property attached to it, and so it was like it used to appear like it is the right choice. You should do that because there's no risk in that. And there was a choice of taking the retail business, which I was looking after, which was still in the initial stage, a growing stage business. So that was the time that I was deep down, I was sure that what I want. but we like took some time to decide what we should go ahead with, and it was scary. I'll tell you, it is scary because it's going to decide the course of your professional life in
Yeah.
future. So, but we took the decision and we took the retail business.
Yeah.
And today I can say that we did the right thing, but it was scary and it was life changing, I would say.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's so tough here when we're asked to choose our subjects, and then here you have to choose your like entire future life.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
all
So
depends
true.
on it. Yeah. This is when I like look back on like Mahabharat, because like how every time some like warrior is like upfronted with like a choice and then you have to make one. Even business is sort of like that. Yeah.
Speaking of the Mahabharata,
Definitely.
many leaders draw inspiration from stories or myths. Are there any particular episodes from the Mahabharata that have guided your decisions in business or life?
I would say there are quite a few, but I would share one with you, and I will continue with the previous answer. So
Okay.
when I was making this choice, so in Mahabharata, one of my favorite, everyone's I think favorite character is Krishna ji,
Yeah.
but I think from Krishna, I really like Arjun because what I really liked about him was somehow he was loved by all. Like he was loved by Krishna, he was loved by Draupadi, he was loved by all the Dronacharya and Bhishma Pitama. Everyone who was respected, they had some affection towards him because he somehow he had that personality that he wanted to learn from everyone. So he had to make a choice before the war that Krishna ji offered him two options that either you choose me
Oh,
without any
Yeah.
weapons,
or
and
the
you have to
army.
choose my tiny Sena. So I would say that when I was making this choice of whether we have to take retail or wholesale, so we kind of left the Narayani Sena with the big property, with the big turnover and everything, and we took the retail business because. And then I realized that why Arjun chose Krishna ji. So I felt that he ऐसा नहीं था कि he did not want the Narayani Sena, but he could not think of losing Krishna in any form, whether he is maybe not well equipped without the weapons. So I would say that I was somehow not ready to lose retail, even if it was
Big
a
goal,
smaller
yeah.
business. So that's how you make a choice that it is not about choice, what you're choosing. It is about what you don't are not ready to leave at any cost.
And
So
then
I
you go
think
to war.
so I
Yeah.
always quote the story from Mahabharat when I somebody asked that why did you choose this business? So I said that somehow I did not want to part away
Wait,
with this
of
business.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hope
com-
I have answered
yeah.
you.
I completely relate. Me and Raina have always been drawn to how the Mahabharata balances strategy, ethics, and human emotion. For me, it's amazing to see how those lessons reflect in real life relationships.
Yeah. So, if you could
I-
go back to the start of your career, what would you do differently knowing what you know now?
Uh, Definitely, I would like to invest in equity as soon as I would have become an adult. I think I started really late. I think I was almost a decade late, and I have missed some couple of compounding. And so there's a funny saying in investment field that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. And you just can't imagine how how the wealth multiplies through compounding. And if I think I started investing at the age of 26, 27. If I would have started maybe at 18 or 19, I would have been
I
a
think
much
it's time
richer
for us
person.
to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It is actually. Maybe till you're 21, you can take help from a guardian. But I
Yeah.
would definitely suggest that youngsters from in India,
Start
they are
soon.
already
Yeah.
doing it. They must invest in equity for
Yeah.
sure.
I've heard my dad say that so many times, and I think he started way after 26.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, outside of business, if you had an uninterrupted year to focus only on learning something new with no business distractions, what would it be and why?
Definitely, I would learn at least one more language because I feel that I only know a couple of languages right now, English and Hindi. I know a little bit of Marwadi because I'm a Marwadi, but still not good at that. And definitely one more language because I think language opens the
Do,
doors of knowledge,
of course,
and it's
everyone.
very, very important.
Yeah.
And it's right age for you guys. I'm sure you must be learning some extra languages for sure.
We
But
both just
I
came back from Hindi class actually. We're
Yeah.
staying. like rooted.
to our
Yeah,
culture.
but it really helps. It really helps to learn a new language. And given a choice, I would like to learn Chinese Mandarin
Oh,
because
that's
I think,
That's
nice.
interesting.
Yeah.
yeah, because if you know English, you know Hindi, and if you also know Chinese, I think you can communicate with more than 75% of the world.
Yeah.
And China
Spanish
is
is
going
like
to be
the
a big,
number one spoken language after English and
yeah.
yeah.
And China is going to be a, like it is already a superpower, but in next 25, 30 years, it will most probably be the biggest economy in the world.
Yeah.
And you have to interact with them directly or indirectly
Yeah.
if you are doing something. So, so maybe I would like to learn Chinese.
Okay, and Bhagirath Chachu, completely out of context, but if you had an option to visit any country in your like will, what country would you go to?
So till now, I think approximately I visited around 45 countries,
Oh,
and I never visited China. I'm going actually this weekend. I'm visiting
oh,
China, and apart from that, I think I would like to visit Japan. I have not visited Japan yet,
yeah, I just went
and
to Japan and I think you should
It's a
definitely go
beautiful
there. It's so
place.
fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really fascinated with them. I think they are one of the best people on this earth, and you would agree with me. And
Yeah.
it is
Alright.
said that they are one of the most disciplined people, and they are like more Europeans than the Europeans themselves, and uh,
And
and they are the
even the
best
old
imitators.
people wake up in the morning and are like in full exercise mode every
Very
day.
active.
Yeah.
So lot of things to learn. I have some there are a few things which I have learned from them in my business also, like the seniority based increment that they
Yeah.
give. The three pillars, I think you must have read in your
BST book.
school,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
three pillars of Japanese management. So there's a lot of things to learn from them.
The
So
Kaizen
next,
management styles.
yes, Kaizen, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
Okay. Now I want to talk to you about your business values and philosophy. Jalan Group's slogan, Sasta bhi, Acha bhi, as I remember seeing when I visited, reflects a commitment to offering the best products at economical prices while maintaining quality and customer trust. How do you ensure this philosophy is maintained across all branches? Because I know there are a lot. And what challenges have you faced in staying true to it while expanding?
yeah, so the challenge is always there. You always have to face this. If you are maintaining a certain quality or a standard, you have to work hard for it. It's like riding a bicycle uphill. So you can't stop paddling and you have to work really hard. But definitely you are going to reach on top if you follow that. So what we do here is that we maintain a direct communication with our customers. So there are a lot of ways to do that. We have a suggestion register placed at every store. We have a QR code on every floor of our stores where the customers can give feedback. And we have written on every floor that if you find anything cheaper anywhere else, please let us know. We will try and reduce the price. And we genuinely try and do that. And if we are not able to do that, we stop selling that product. So we claim that more than 99% of our products are cheaper than the market.
Yeah.
And so that's something we really feel proud of, and we try and maintain that.
And
And since the margins are so low, so it's difficult to make money if you have low margins.
yeah.
But if uh, uh, if the rotations are fast, the stock is moving fast, and you have a good robust cycle of stock management, you can still make good money out of it. So I would say that we keep in touch with our customers, and we take feedback from them on a regular basis. We take feedback from our associates, our employees on a regular basis, because they are the ones who are interacting with the customers on the floor on a daily basis. And we also take feedback from our suppliers because they are supplying pan India. So they also give us insights and learnings from other good retailers. So we always keep our ears to the ground, I would say, and we force ideas to bubble up. Like when it comes to customers, we try and keep our ears to the ground and try hard to listen to them. And we always encourage our associates, our employees to come up with new ideas.
Yeah.
So this is a regular process that we are doing in our company. And till now, by God's grace, somehow we have managed to survive and grow.
Yeah. So is it like true because I read in like books that there are like three leadership styles. There's autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire. So is it like actually implemented or in like your business style, it's like a mix of all, or do you go by one rigid style? How does
So
it?
I think it is a mix. It is a mix, I would say.
Yeah,
So for example, we are autocratic in few things, like if we find an employee cheating somewhere, maybe
yeah,
he or she is being dishonest.
yeah.
In that, we are brutal. We just fire them on the spot because we cannot allow something like that to happen. So in that case, we are autocratic. And there are certain disciplines which we have to follow, like we have to have a double digit growth in our sale. So in that, we try to follow more towards the autocratic style.
Right,
But most of the, apart from these few cases, we are mostly democratic. And democratic style is, I think, it's long lasting, and
Yeah.
we try, and we don't interfere with our team's efforts much. We just kind of, we are involved in the broader policies. Executive policies we leave to our team, and they are taking day-to-day decisions. So I'm busy 8 hours daily, but not in the routine work. The top management is busy in making the broader policy. And apart from that, I also like the free rein leadership, in which the team is set free and they are working on their own. We just give them targets if they are achieving. Recently, we have allowed one of our senior managers. He is quite ill these days, but his brain is working really well. So we have given him a computer at his place, and he's working from home, which is very rare in our type of business.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's just analyzing data for us and guiding us, sending emails to us on a weekly basis that what should be done. So, so I think we are keeping it a mix of everything. I think one style only is not will not suffice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you just have to get adaptive with it over time.
Yes,
I think that's
definitely.
incredible. It's not easy to keep a value consistent across so many locations. It really shows how leadership and vision are practiced every single day.
So, Bhagirath Uncle, thank you so much for sharing your journey, your insights, and reflections with us today. It's been so inspiring to hear about leadership, innovation, and philosophy, and how lessons from mythology can guide real world decisions.
To everyone listening,
Thanks.
I,
Yeah.
to
Yes,
everyone
sir. Go
listening,
ahead.
I hope this conversation encourages you to think about how values, curiosity, and tough decisions shape success, whether in business, arts, or your own personal projects.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I enjoyed a lot interacting with both of you. And my mentor, Mr. Kishore Biani, always used to say that in order to remain young and relevant, you should keep interacting with young minds, because they are the best ones.
And my mom keeps telling me to interact with you. Yeah.
Childhood friendship.
Yeah, childhood
Yeah.
friendship. Yes. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Bhagirath
so
Uncle.
much.